SmackDown defeats AEW Rampage in the demographics. Or did they? Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Kambabata. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend, Hollywood Frank, back from Greece.
Not as always. My triumphant return after 3 weeks away.
You can get here every week.
Back from Athens, Greece for a week and a half.
Yeah. You can catch us here every Tuesday, live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're messing this crap up already.
Yeah, we are, but that's right.
But bringing you all what we feel is the interesting news in wrestling. Let's take a look at what we got going on today. Malacito back in here. What's up? What's up, brother? Malacito, and nice. I just ran a van. I just raced a van trying to come in. Dude, don't kill yourself getting home, man. Seriously, bro. Oh, my God. Courtney says, she says, what's up?
Courtney, what's up?
Yeah, but he says, welcome back, Grease boy.
That's right. It was fun. It was fun. I'll tell you that. It was relaxing, enjoyable vacation. I needed it.
I was stuck here by myself. Had to run a show by myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had a lot of
Bill's character.
Dude, man, it was nothing. This week's weird because there's stuff to talk about, but at the same time, it feels like we're in a lull. And like the Saudi Arabia show, I'm gonna have to pull up the card for the Saudi Arabia show because it's all kind of weird, man. As usual, was it? After me pull up the King of the Ring 2021 bracket and the Queen's Crown,
and that Saudi is in 2 days.
Yeah,
this Thursday.
Yeah. Who is this? Yeah, and interesting finale for that for the King of the Ring. Not so much for the Queen's Crown. Queen's Crown tournament, which has got a lot of people really, really hot because it feels like a lot of people just feel like this is just them going through the motions and then just trying to answer some of the negative feedback they're getting on the women's division. But Johnny, hey mom, I need to watch their show. Melter says I'm in the key demo. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that whole demo thing because that's blowing up. Who cares about that? I actually care about the WWE, Courtney. I do care about them, and I'm disappointed in them, but I want them to be better.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the total amount of time and all the women's Queens tournaments, total amount of ring time for all the matches so far is less than a Goldberg match.
It's the total. It's not far off. If you took all the I believe all the Raw matches totaled out to like 6 minutes. The longest match of all was like 3.5 minutes, like 3 minutes 40 seconds. All of them total. There's only one match of the King of the Ring, of the men's King of the Ring, that was shorter than all the total time. It's bad. We'll get into that. As always, though, after we take a look at what's going on, we want to talk about our favorite segment that we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. You've been gone for 3 weeks, so you get to start off.
Yeah, baby. My wrestling watching for the last couple weeks has been limited to Raw last night, and that's pretty much it. So I don't have a whole lot to talk about from last week with Raw. sorry, it was SmackDown, Rampage, Buy-In, and AEW. I have yet to see any of those. I know that the Bryan Danielson versus Suzuki match was probably really good.
It was amazing, dude. We're going to talk about that.
My bad would be, you mentioned, bad would be Raw overall, but the Queens tournament is awful. Dewdrop versus Lita Vega in the finals.
Yeah, and we'll get into that as well. But yeah, I think a lot of people were like really, really nonplussed by this.
And then my ugly would be, which I guess could be good news. Raw set a new record, the lowest in show history of the 18 to 49 key demo.
Yep.
Lowest in show history.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Raw has been around. It was back when it was Raw is War.
Raw is War, man.
And then we're sitting there with Macho Man.
Dude, Bobby Heenan, was Heenan and McMahon, right?
I can't remember.
Or was it
I can't remember if it was
Gorilla?
Might have been Gorilla, but
I can't remember.
Monsoon. But yeah, the lowest in Raw.
And just the overall number was not great. It wasn't the worst that they've ever had, the overall number, but it wasn't great. Like especially going into a pay-per-view, it was like, ugh.
And so that's my good, bad, and ugly. I have a great, but I will save that after Rob's done with his good, bad, and ugly.
So my good, my bad. Well, I'll start with my good. And you guys know me. I'm a New Japan guy. The G1 has been awesome. It's been my saving grace, to be honest. Although the matches on Dynamite, there have been some fantastic matches on Dynamite. We're going to talk about that Danielson versus Suzuki match. That match was awesome. We lost Frank. But all right, I'll go ahead and finish my good, my bad, my ugly. My good has been the G1. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
That'll happen.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The G1, we already know who is the winner of the A block. Kota Ibushi defeated Kenta in a really, really good, almost half-hour long match. G1 continues to just put out some of the best matches of the year. We always get G1 is always like the highlight reel. Tomorrow we're going to find out who's going to be the top of the A block. I'm predicting it's going to be Jeff Cobb. We're going to get Kota Ibushi versus Jeff Cobb. And I think Kota Ibushi is going to take his second G1. If you haven't checked out the G1, guys, you really need to. It's awesome. If you liked that Bryan Danielson versus Suzuki match, you need to check out New Japan, because that was the way it's been described by all the people that have taken a look at it was that was a top tier G1 style match. So Johnny, you can burn in hell. I got bored with Danielson versus Suzuki there. I said it.
Maldacito is ripping on Cleveland again.
That's okay, because Cleveland's kind of shit right now. Good Dragon versus Grandpa versus Murder Grandpa. Bad WWE just assuming ugly. The Miz is Cleveland's greatest import. Yikes. Johnny, you're in detention for that, man. Shut the hell up. My bad is NXT 2.0. Like I said, we talk about AEW. We talk about the what happened with the Wednesday Night Wars, and we were all waiting to see what was going to happen with NXT when Triple H was no longer in charge, and Vince basically put his stamp on it, and we got it, and it's been pretty awful. This week they're doing Halloween Havoc, and as usual, it's exactly what you think Vince would do with Halloween Havoc. It's a bunch of dumb crap, including a match to see who gets to host it. Match between Grayson Waller and LA Knight, who will determine who hosts Halloween Havoc. Does anybody care who hosts Halloween Havoc? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nope.
But it gets worse, guys, because they're going to have a special guest.
Yes.
At Halloween Havoc. The one and only, the megastar, Chucky. Yay!
Chuck for the buck.
So this is like, do you guys remember like when WCW started to die and they were trying to do all these movie tie-ins and stuff like that, and like the goofy stuff like RoboCop and God, it was there was like an animated thing. How cheesy and stupid it got. That's where we're at with NXT. Like I had a lot of hope with NXT. I don't know why. I don't know why I had hope with NXT.
WCW had Chucky also.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Height of WCW, we had Chucky, and he's back to take a shit on NXT. So, God damn it, man! I want to believe. I want to believe that they're going to turn it around. I want to believe because I love. There's so much talent on NXT's roster. I still defend it. Tommaso Ciampa. I think Braun Breaker is gonna. I hate his freaking name, but that guy's gonna be a star. You know, Rick Steiner's son. He's gonna be a freaking star. A freaking star, dude. If they don't take a crap on him, so.
Yeah, Maldacito. I used to enjoy Halloween Havoc as well.
Dude, Halloween Havoc 93. Eddie versus Ray is one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen. It's if you want to see just how good those two guys are, that's both of them in their prime, in their absolute prime. That match was fantastic. It was so good. Yeah, Halloween Havoc used to be awesome, and now it's just it's rubber stamp Vince's cabal bullshit.
Yep.
And I hate to say that, but it's true. So that's my good, my bad, my ugly.
No.
They just, WWE took a crap in my soul this week.
All right. So I am not just the Wrestling Council.
Yeah.
I am also.
Uh-oh. He's stripping, guys. Chuck, keep your ass at home. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was to promote Seed of Chucky. Yeah, I remember. It was awful. God, it was so bad.
I am also all elite, baby.
Nice. Got that shit. I gotta get going on the t-shirts.
All
man.
elite, baby.
I gotta get those things back up and running. That's dope, man. I like that shirt. Actually, I was thinking about buying that shirt. Simple design, looks cool, but all right. That's our good, our bad, and ugly, guys. Unfortunately, in your soul and not in your mouth. Dude, I'd almost rather they took a crap in my mouth because at least I could wash my mouth out. Put a stain on your soul. It's there forever. But all right, we got to talk about Rampage and SmackDown and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Talking a bunch of shit. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so this week we've seen there's been this back and forth. Mostly AEW taking shots at WWE.
Yep.
Trying to and a lot of people getting upset and pooping their pampers about it and saying oh you shouldn't be doing this this is and it's like but us, we remember the Monday Night Wars, and that's part of what made the Monday Night Wars so awesome is how hard these guys went at each other.
Yeah. Hey, you have McMahon ripping on WCW with the Nacho Man.
Yep. And
the Huckster and Scream Gene.
Yeah. And then WCW responding in kind. Dude, you remember when Bischoff would get up and he would actually, because WWE was an hour earlier and they were pre-taped.
Yep.
And he would get up there and spoil the show. They would spoil the show for WWE. And I mean, that's how far this thing went. They're like giving away each other's secrets and everything. DX driving the tank up to Turner, was it the Turner Tower, where they did their tapings and stuff like that. This thing went back, and here's the thing though, but it fueled the creativity of both companies. Without that, WWE would have died.
Yeah, I mean,
I honestly believe that.
Yeah, Lundra Blaze dropping the WWE
Yes.
women's title in a garbage can. You had Rick Rude on 2 shows.
2 shows at the same night. In the same night, man. Because like I said, the WWE would pre-tape. So he was on that show, and then he left the company, and he was on WCW the next day. It was like, what the hell, man? It was insane. 2 shows in the same night. But a lot of people are all like, the thing that's been interesting is watching this thing become tribalistic. You know, you've got the WWE fans who just absolutely taking a crap on anything AEW. You've got some really hardcore AEW people like absolutely eviscerating anything that WWE does. You know, and this whole thing with Roman, this is just, I'm actually liking this. This is a good thing to me, because what this means is, again, if you don't like WWE, I understand that. If you don't like AEW, I understand that. But I've said it before, and I've said it again, it's never been a better time to be a wrestling fan since the Monday Night Wars, because we now have legitimate competition, and competition breeds creativity. WWE is going to have to evolve in this thing. They're going to have to. Because as we've seen it, AEW continues to grow, and I know that there's some people saying that Rampage is dead on the. We all knew that Rampage was going to have a rough time on Friday night. That time slot that they're in is one of the worst time slots you could possibly put a show. So we knew it was going to struggle. But here's the thing is we know that TNT is backing this. It's backing AEW 100% on this.
And you know, McMahon and them, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. But you know, if you don't like AEW, you don't like WWE, you've got to be a love wrestling, because like Rob said, you're getting more names out there. You're getting guys who didn't have a chance sometimes getting exposure. And once COVID gets better, you're going to see more talent out there than you've ever seen before. It's only going to make the product better. McMahon's back there going, we're just going to sit back. We're just going to sit back and wait for AEW to burn out like WCW. It's not going to happen.
No,
it's not going to happen.
This is a company that actually learned its lessons from the past.
And AEW is younger. You got MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin,
Sammy
Guevara. You've got those 4 young guys. MJF said it. That's the 4 guys you should be building around in that AEW. They're 25 and under, I believe, all 4 of them. They're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yep.
So for McMahon to sit back there going, just going to burn out, not going to happen. I don't see WWE going anywhere soon, but Polaroid never made a change. Blockbuster never made a change.
Yeah.
I don't see WWE going the way of one of those companies, but you've got to adapt. You've got to change.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We know AEW's got deep pockets. I mean, WWE's got deep pockets. We know they do. They've got all these billion-dollar deals going with all these companies and stuff like that. It's not but here's the thing. People are talking like WWE people are talking about like, they're going to put AEW out of business and everything. And a few people are saying that WWE is going to go out of business. The AEW is not approaching this like they're trying to put them out of business. They're using this to fuel their growth. That's what they're doing with this. Like with that, the whole thing with like Tony Khan, he accidentally leaked the card for Full Gear. Yeah, accidentally. Nothing that guy does is accidental. Nothing he does is accidental. He did that knowing it was going to fuel discussion. And that's why he did this whole thing where he put out that tweet that started this big thing between him and Roman and then Junior Dos Santos, which that's going to be interesting when we talk about it. He did that because he knew it was going to fuel discussion. It's all about getting it into the zeitgeist. It's all about getting it out there. And there were news, there were like CNN and MSNBC and Fox, they were all talking about this thing, this big to-do between these guys. That's the kind of thing. That's how you build a company. That's what Tony Khan's trying to do. He's trying to build the best wrestling company he possibly can. Vince wants to build a media. Vince wants to be a media mogul.
Yeah,
he wants to be Ted Turner.
You're accidentally gonna have that flashing around for anybody to see.
Yeah, we know that he did that 100%. 100%. And Courtney said, I have a bunch of independent wrestlers that I follow my sport. Yeah, I do too. And that's the thing. With this being what it is, you're going to see more and more of those people getting airtime. That's exactly the idea behind this. It's AEW is doing this to elevate the wrestling business because they realize, and that's why they're doing all these collaborations. A rising tide lifts all ships. And they knew going from the start that it was going to be rough going for a while, getting this product out there, getting people to take a look at it, and getting people to actually, be interested in it. So that's what was going on there. So this idea that, and anybody who doesn't think that Vince sees the AEW as competition, he may not see them as a threat to his company's existence like WCW was. But he 100% believes that they're competition. That's the reason why they were doing counter programming now.
Yeah. Why did SmackDown run a half hour over on the other day?
Yeah, and then once the numbers came out, and look, we all knew that SmackDown was gonna beat Rampage. We all knew that in the overall viewership, it was going to beat Rampage. There's even switching to FS1, we knew that they were going to beat Rampage. That wasn't the idea, but that's the thing. People don't realize that when Tony Khan was talking about that, he knew they were going to beat them in overall. He didn't care. It's about fueling the business. It's about putting it out there. It's about creating noise. And that's exactly what he did. And WWE bit down hard, especially Roman Reigns, who put out that Roman basically going. And here's the thing. A lot of people are going after Roman. Roman's doing exactly what a company guy is going to do. Now, whether you like Roman or you don't dislike Roman, that's a completely different discussion. But him going on a show, putting over his brand versus the other brand, that's exactly what you expect. Now he got a little chippy when he said that he would basically if it was a bar fight, he would throw everybody out. And then going after, obviously he went after the sacred cow. He went after CM Punk, which is gonna bring out the rabid dogs, man. And that's exactly this right here. You gotta quit looking at the ratings, take the ratings out. The ratings, listen, the ratings matter to the companies, to the channels. The ratings should not matter to fans. What should matter is, but here's the thing. Again, this is another element that they're using to fuel this thing. And they were doing that from the start. Chris Jericho is genius. He started this thing when he started tweeting out the 18 to 49 demo thing. He started calling himself the demo god. He is the guy who and this is the thing. He knew that this is what was going to happen. He knew it was going to fuel this thing. And it's genius. It really is. But here's the thing. The ratings versus ratings don't matter. It's what the product is doing. Is it building? Is your company building? And that's exactly what's happening. AEW is building. It's growing. WWE isn't. Not really. But the thing is that the WWE is in a position, in that weird position, like we said, where they're almost too big to fail. So, but the idea, like you were right though, the idea that WWE is just going to ride this out and AEW is going to go away, that's incorrect. I don't think that. And the fact that they put that match, that buy-in, those matches on free television, they put that stuff on YouTube for free. A match of that caliber on that channel for free shows you that they know what they're doing. because here's the thing. That thing got more viewers than both shows combined. That thing was and it was seen all over the world. But it's still tied into the whole thing of AEW versus WWE. It was a brilliant. I think it was a brilliant stroke. Some people were saying that he shouldn't have put that match on there. I think it was brilliant that he did.
And Tony Khan doesn't care if these guys have Twitch channels and all these other social media channels. He doesn't care less.
He likes it. It's more promotion for his guys. That's the thing, and that's what. And again, that is another big difference between AEW and WWE, and it's what's going to help AEW grow. Every decision that AEW does, whether it's a good decision or a bad decision, and they've made some mistakes here and there. Every decision is, how do we make this thing bigger? How do we grow this?
And I tell you what, I can't wait for this whole Owen Hart thing to start up.
Oh, dude, man, that's going to be awesome. I can't remember. I can't remember when it's going to start or when it's supposed to happen. When they're supposed to do it. I don't think it starts till next year.
Yeah, I'll be like scouring Walmart, Target, whatever. If they buy it off their website, if they come out with an Owen Hart figure.
Oh my god, dude!
I'll grab one.
I mean, they'd have to do something creatively art wise, because they can't use like any of his ring gear and stuff that he used in WWE. But if they took
go ahead.
If they did something from like his pre WWE days, or maybe just came up with something as like a tribute for something like that they would sell like crazy. But yeah, and Johnny, I agree, man. Junior would stretch Roman like a pitch. That was like that. So for anybody who hasn't been keeping up on this, after Roman called out after Roman said that about AEW, Junior Dos Santos, who's been in part of this feud between American Top Team and the Inner Circle, he retweeted to Roman, hey Roman, I heard your interview. Please send the address of this club. You would throw me and my little brothers out of AEW. So that tells me, one, Junior Dos Santos is in for a penny, in for a pound with AEW, and two, he's ready to get into this shit talking match with Roman. Then I think then Roman, was it? Let's see here. Yeah. So and this is in reference to Roman's comment where he said, when it comes down to it, I'll throw him and pretty much the rest of that roster out of the club, no problem. They're just little brothers, you know what I mean? So on one hand, he was trying to keep it like, hey, they're my brothers, man. They're my brothers. They're okay. But at the same time, he's like y'all ain't shit. But yeah, and I think that's a big part of why he bought into them. Obviously, is AAA. The relationship between AEW and AAA has been heating up a lot, and we'll talk about that match between the Lucha Brothers and FTR. But the AAA is advertising Junior for their next big show, and I think that's a big part of it there too. So,
who's coming out on top of the feud between Miro and God?
Well, hang on. Let me finish this thing up. But I know a lot of people are coming at both these guys for this. At the end of the day, I think this is great for the business. I think this does nothing but elevates both brands. Actually, the only difference is I think AEW is capitalizing on it. I don't think WWE is. I think WWE's been crapping the bed with their programming lately. So, there's a question here. See, we'll go through here. 96% sure Junior Dos Santos can take Roman. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah. Cordy said, I'm back. I had to share. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, share this out, guys. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you haven't already, it helps us out. Mountain C said, but AEW is good at cutting a mistake, changing course. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. WWE will double down. And like a good example of that is this stuff with Karrion Kross, which they're finally. How many months has he been on the main roster? And nobody gives a shit. because they booked him terribly and everything. He's been what, like 3 months now?
Something like that.
Yeah. They're just now finally saying, okay, we're going to go in a different direction with him.
We're still going to have his helmet.
Yeah, he's still going to have his helmet. Courtney talking about the Suzuki Danielson match. That was a pick. Yes, it was. We're going to talk about that.
I'm eating pizza, Courtney. Pepperoni pizza.
They're going to do Stampede in the New Japan gear or in NJPW gear are my guess.
He's talking about for Owen.
Oh, yeah. They could do that. Oh, yeah, they could do his New Japan stuff. I didn't think about that. So Johnny said, who's coming on top of this feud between Miro and God?
My guess is double jointed wife Lana is coming out on top.
Yeah. But FTR is AAA Tech. Yeah, that was a good match too. And I think that's a great thing for both them and for the Lucha Brothers. Because the Lucha Brothers have had those titles forever. I think they've had those. I think they had the AAA titles for over like a year and a half. It was a long time.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, and then like I said, that match gets more eyes on. It helps elevate FTR, who I thought were kind of stagnant for a little bit. It actually, in my opinion, it elevates the Lucha Brothers because it allows them to get involved in a really interesting storyline now. And it elevates AAA because AAA, AAA is like I watched that match between Andrade and Kenny. That was a fantastic match. But Johnny said, "Good for FTR, best tag team in the world." Yeah, they're up there, man. I agree.
Yeah, they deserve to have a title right now.
Yes, exactly. Malicido, controversy creates cash. Bischoff was not wrong. Miro not in the title match not in the title match tournament. No, I think they're going in a different direction. I think here's the thing. Miro right now, I don't think he needs a belt. I also know that a lot of these guys, they when they sign their contracts were allowed them to go and work other places. Miro might take a little bit of time and go wrestle in Impact or Ring of Honor, or maybe even New Japan, do some Strong shows. Strong's got some really good shows coming up. So, but whatever they do with Miro, I know that as long as he maintains this character and keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna stay on top. For whatever reason, I love MJF calling Andrade Bobby.
It's still that from Charlotte.
Yeah. It's dude, it's MJF's awesome. Everything that situation between him and what's his name?
Pillman.
Wow, that was such a great storyline thing. But yeah, it's so we got to talk about that. We got to talk about that Dynamite, man. That Rampage show.
Oh yeah, the Rampage Brian. Yeah, it was only 3 matches.
Originally it was only supposed to be 2. It was only supposed to be Fish's match with what was it? Fish versus Lee Moriarty, which that's probably the best match that's the best match that Lee Moriarty's has probably ever had. And that also, I think it helped elevate Bobby Fish because a lot of people felt like his first match was kind of but that match was awesome, man. And then, but to follow that up with Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki, I mean, I would give that like that Moriarty Fish match. That's a 3.5 star match in my opinion.
How was Garrett versus Conti?
It was all right. Ty Conti is not at the point where she is good enough that she can like take the lead in the match and help a person who's developing. Like Santana Garrett's still developing. There's a lot of development going on there, and even Ty Conti herself is still developing. Now she's taken massive steps since when she was in WWE. And I like Santana Garrett. I think she's gonna grow. She's not but Ty Conti's not on Thunder Rosa. She's not on Thunder Rosa's level. She's not on Serena Deeb's level yet. She can't take a person who's still kind of green around the gills a little bit and help elevate them to the next level the way that like Rosa and Serena Deeb can. But I mean, it was a decent match. It was better than 95% of the stuff that WWE's putting out right now.
Yep.
I'll put it that way. Yeah, Murder Grandpa rules. Yeah. There was a bad injury during Tay's match. My wrist could only take so much, but I'm okay now. Yeah. Dude, you're a dick. You get what you know what he meant by that, right?
Yep.
A lot of us don't think Anna Jay. No, Anna Jay's not ready either. Like I said, AEW's, you have to understand something. You can't build, Rome wasn't built in a day. AEW's women's division has a really strong nucleus with a lot of developing talent around it.
Right.
And it's going to take some time for that developing talent to get to a level where, you know, they're on they're on the same level as and remember like NXT's women's division when it exploded. NXT's but NXT's women's division took 10 years to build the original NXT women's division.
Hey, Cody, don't tell that to Jungle Boy.
But you got through it like a champ. Shut up, guys. But no, that wasn't a bad match. It was a bad match, but that Bobby Fish versus Lee Moriarty match was awesome. And that really helped elevate Lee Moriarty. And here's the thing: that match had no buildup. There was the only issue that I had with that matchup between Fish and Moriarty. There was no buildup to it. If there had been some buildup to it, I think the excitement for that match would have been a lot higher. But then again, Bobby Fish just joined the company like a week ago. So, but yeah, it was a really good match, really, really good match. But we got to talk about the match of matches, man. Danielson versus Suzuki. This was a perfect blend, in my opinion. It was the perfect blend of a New Japan style match with a Western, U.S. style wrestling match. You had the moments. You had the moments with the strike exchanges between him and Suzuki. That's classic New Japan. But then they transitioned into just one hold after the other, just boom, 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 boom. That's old school. That's old school Western style wrestling, and that's old school Daniel Bryan. The cool thing has been seeing him bust out these moves and these holds and stuff that he hasn't used in years, because as we know, WWE is always about less, not more. WWE always takes that's one of the issues that I think WWE has. They really need to take these breaks off. They always take somebody from the indies when they bring them in, or from another company and bring them in, and they want to put him into a box.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, here's your move set. This, and this, and that's it. That's it. But you have someone like Daniel Bryan who is just so versatile. He has the dude can bust out stuff that you haven't seen in decades. And he makes it look, and he's a master of selling those moves. Like we've talked about it before. Like one of the biggest issues like I have with the AEW's women's division, and something about the men's, like this is a negative for AEW's men's division as well. Selling is key to telling a story in the ring, and that's what professional wrestling is. Telling a story in the ring.
And to your point, it's not even about bringing them from the outside in. It's bringing them up from NXT to the main roster. Before NXT was on TV, these Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Banks and Bailey, and they had a different, they were over like Rover, and they had a different way to wrestle down there at NXT. And when they got brought up, it's just like, nope.
Yeah, and it killed them. And it killed their momentum and everything.
Can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And the same is going to happen to Cameron Grimes, because they want to change his whole look before they bring him up.
Oh, you told me that. I'm like, well, his career's over. He'll be a jobber within a month.
They'll probably want to shave him and cut his hair.
Oh, God damn it, man! But yeah, but again, like seeing these two guys in the ring, man, it was watching two masters work, and you could tell. This is the thing. This is not the first time that Suzuki and Daniel Bryan have wrestled before. They wrestled back when Daniel Bryan was really young. And they talked about that. And Daniel Bryan said, I'm going to show him how much I've learned. That's why they were busting out so many of these moves and so many counters. And Mike says, yeah, good transitioning between the matches. I've missed seeing diversity at true skill. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the whole reason why Daniel Bryan did this. He's like, I want to show people what I can really do. I want these dream matches, but I also want to remind people what pro wrestling is. And that match reminded people what professional wrestling is. They sold when they had to. They know, and here's the important thing. They know sold. God damn it, Frank. What the hell's wrong with you, man? Yeah, KO does look, KO does look miserable right now. I don't know though, Courtney. I don't know. I think he might be using this to pad his contract, but we'll see. I mean, we all thought the same thing about Adam Cole. We thought Adam Cole was just using it to build up, and he wasn't. He was on his way out. So Johnny Cage says Kevin Owens coming to reclaim his best friend. Yeah, but the point I was trying to make though about the way that that Danielson Suzuki match went down, you had them selling these moves like one of the, like I always talked about how like Eddie Guerrero was I thought was Eddie Guerrero was the master of selling in my opinion, because every time he threw him a punch or a kick or put a hold on you, he looked like he was trying to kill you. So selling isn't just about taking a shot; it's about giving it as well. It's also about knowing when you can no sell something and when you can't. One of the biggest shit. Here we go. Dude, am I gonna have to nail you to the wall?
I don't know.
But
damn internet. So
yeah,
there it is gone.
Dude, I've been having problems with my internet too.
Hey,
but
hey. You know, he had this guy over here, he had his issues a couple months ago.
I had him this morning. I had him this morning, dude. I'm gonna have to get a dedicated line put in here just for myself, because sharing the line with everybody in my neighborhood is not gonna work. But yeah, and the way that they sold this match, like I said, there was that moment where Suzuki took those shots and then he got back up. That's how you no sell something with some drama to it. And then Bryan Danielson did the same thing. That's how you do a no sell like that. The problem that AEW has is when you have a guy who hits a huge move, especially a finishing move, hits a huge move, and then immediately the guy pops up from it and it acts like nothing happened. You know what I mean? That's an issue that AEW has that I really think that they need to fix. And I'm hoping that this match shows them, hey, this is how you do this stuff. Like I really hope that every friggin' wrestler out there is taking notes on this, because this match was as close to perfect as you could possibly get. You know, I mean, there were a few issues early on, because you could tell it's been a while. There may have been a language barrier, or it may have been the fact that they just hadn't worked with each other for such a long time. But once this match got going, man, it was as close. Like I said, it was as close to perfect as it could possibly be. The structure of it, the way it went down, the way it finished.
Did Cornette leave his review on that?
I have not yet.
Because I know his review on that CM Punk match, he said it was like damn near perfect. This one was Darby Allin. Oh yeah, he said that it wasn't what I would have done. It was better. And actually, Corny has been much more impressed with AEW. But then again, it's because they brought in these new guys. They brought in these guys that he liked. He liked CM Punk. He likes Bryan Danielson. You know, he likes these guys. Adam Cole. He thought he said that Vince should have built one of the main roster shows around Adam Cole, but he wouldn't, because he wasn't Vince's type of guy.
Hey, leg kick. Hey, what's up, brother? Johnny K. Punk on AEW unrestricted after his match with Hobbs. I hope there was some young guys in the back who looked at that and think, oh, wow, it's cool to sell. Yes. That's the thing. And like I said, it's all about telling a story in the ring. And I think AEW is extremely good at telling a story in the ring, but that's one of the elements that I feel like they need to shore up. They need to shore that thing up. Like what was the biggest, craziest pop before Punk and Danielson showed up? What was the biggest, craziest pop we saw from AEW in that match when it was Kenny and Hangman versus the Bucks? Yep. And they hit him with a move that they said that they would never use on him. They said they would never use the BTE trigger on him, it was originally called the Golden Trigger. They said they'd never use it, and then they hit him with it, and he pops up at one and he starts punching the mat. Like that moment, like the freaking crowd lost it. They went absolutely batshit because that was something that shouldn't have happened. That's something that, like, when they hit that, it's over. You know what I mean? That's how you. But then, even after he popped up, it wasn't like he got up and just acted like nothing happened. You know what I mean? You can. There's a difference between no selling and what I call slow selling. You know what I mean? You slow sell something. That means you register that it happened. You know, but you show you basically, it's like you fighting through the pain and fighting through that. That's what they did in Danielson Suzuki. That's what they did in that Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny match. The problem I have is when you're going full Undertaker and you're just shrugging off something. Like 1 minute you're down on the ground, and you're dead. The next minute you're back up and you're just running around. That's an issue that I think that they need to shore up.
You know, one thing I haven't seen, and maybe it's just because I haven't had that many 6-man tag matches or big scrums like that. I haven't seen where it's like one guy climbs the top rope and 5 guys are standing there waiting for them to come off.
They've thankfully, I don't know if they've stopped doing. I know they still do moves like that, but they don't set them up like that anymore. It's not like this big milling around thing.
You don't have this big Brian Hobbs or Luchasaurus climbing up to the top rope and guys just standing there waiting.
Hey, Hicksville and Game Man, what's up, man? Appreciate it. Stop in, brother. And then Matsu, well, we got the Rhodes family who are the masters of storytelling. Yeah, they're good at it. They're definitely good at it. But I think I do think that we're going to get heel Cody though. I think he realizes that it's necessary. Speaking
of Rhodes, I just was reading that he's supposed to be dressing up with a mask with En Fuego.
Yeah, it's we'll see how that comes out. Yeah, that's the blogs and like BTE and Sammy Guevara's blog and everything. That's that bleeding over into matches. So I think everybody. I don't think that they're gonna like go for that as like an actual character. It's just like a fun thing they're gonna do. Like Austin Aries and Starship Pain. Yeah. True now that I'm not watching Roads to the Top. They made my friend Redville look like a horrible person. Yeah, I mean that's reality TV show, guys. Hicks Villain said, "Sup? What's up, Hicks Villain?" Jerry said, "So how loud will the crowd boo when Cody beats Malachi?" I think that's the point. Man. Fig Freak, the Fig Freak is back. Check out the Fig Freak's channel, guys. Awesome videos on figure collecting and OG man. Thanks for coming back, brother. We appreciate it.
I'm sure the Fig Freak will be one of the first people to get the Owen Hart figures when they come out.
Oh yeah, dude! If they come out with like a commemorative Owen Hart figure for the tournament, that'd be amazing. Lekick says Cody should go after Malachi Black as the Midnight Rider. Yeah, I mean it's like I said, I would like to see Cody turn heel and become like a corporate type, like a Vince McMahon. That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see him become like a Vince McMahon type character. But we'll see what they do.
You don't want Cody coming out in black with yellow polka dots?
Oh God. Yeah, Cody. Fig, where the hell you been? Yeah, man, where the hell you been? Thanks for coming back, brother. We appreciate it. We're trying to build this thing back to what it was. But no, man, like that match, and then the next night we got Bryan Danielson versus Bobby Fish, which was just like I said, when you compare the quality of matches of AEW versus WWE, there's no comparison. Because here's the thing. the problem is that it's not that the WWE doesn't have the talent to put on banger matches like that. We see one every once in a while. They just don't. So and that's why I think WWE is going to have to change. They're going to have to let these guys put on these matches that we know that they're capable of, or they're going to continue to slowly desiccate while AEW continues to elevate themselves. How about Jericho bringing in Josh Barnett to fight American Top Team? Dude, that whole thing, that right there, that whole top team thing, in my opinion, was like a throwaway storyline. But they took that, and this goes to show you how creative Jericho can be and how creative AEW is. They took that and actually turned it into something that I want to see. Like, I want to see Junior Joe Santos get in there I want to see Josh Barnett get in there. Like, this is like the gimmick matches they used to do, the celebrity gimmick matches they used to do. But this is like taking it and putting it into a fight sport. So it's interesting to see. I've just been focused on my life and everything, just kind of taking a break from the figures on the channel, but don't worry, I should be coming back soon. Cool, man.
Yeah, everybody needs a break from time to time, man. So
yeah, trust me. Wait till you get to our age, man. It would be rad to see Barnett in this feud. Yeah, dude, it would be. Here's the thing. What's interesting is that these companies and stuff, they want to work with AEW. They want to work that. I could see like some crossover stuff going on between UFC and AEW. I could definitely see that. Yes, I want to see Paige Van Zandt. Dude, I legitimately believe Paige Van Zandt could become a really good. She could become what everybody thought Ronda Rousey was going to be. She can, dude. Can you imagine if Paige Van Zandt decided I'm gonna sign with AEW and I'm gonna become a professional wrestler? Holy shit, that'd be awesome. I talked with Josh Barnett. He told me to tell AEW. I tagged Barnett on Twitter to my reply. Nice, sweet. Fig, what's everyone's dream match in AEW? We just had one. I just had one, dude. Freaking Danielson versus Suzuki, man. This is another thing. That statement right there, that's another thing that AEW has over WWE. Because that statement right there is possible with WWE. It's not possible with AEW. I mean, that statement is possible with AEW. It's not possible with WWE. So, like a dream match for me would be Bryan Danielson versus Kota Ibushi. That'd be a dream match for me right now. That's a match that's possible.
You know, it'd be a good match. FTR versus Guerrillas of Destiny.
Yes, again, Penta versus Danielson for the title. Dude. I would love to see Penta versus Danielson is a match that we're probably going to get at some point. We'll probably get that. Penta versus Phoenix, man. Pac versus Adam Cole. That's another match that we could get possibly.
Punk versus Danielson.
Punk versus Danielson, I think we've seen.
Probably, but it's been a long time. Who do you want to go up against? Fatu, Jacob
Fatu. Dude, I would love to see it's Jacob Fatu. So it's a big man who could move like that. Samoa Joe. Like Joe in his prime versus Jacob Fatu would be
AEW versus
AEW guys. Miro versus Jacob Fatu, I think would be good because Miro's got enough power and strength that he could counter Fatu's strength. And then where do you go with with their agility, because Miro is much more agile than people think he is.
What about Moose?
Punk versus Mox, that'll be good.
What about, did Moose ever go up against Fatu?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just the way Moose was in that ring, Moose in that ring last month, and that
dude, Ishii makes stars, man. Dude, Ishii versus Jacob Fatu. That'd be dope. I'll tell you what I'd like to see, a battle of the Hosses. I want to see Hammerstone versus Wardlow. Just two big dudes slapping, like I said, big dudes slapping meat, like Big E says, man.
No, we got a whole list coming down here, man.
Chris Bay and Jay White versus FTR. That'd be good.
Lance Archer
Dude,
versus
I'd like to see Chris Bay and Jay White versus the Bucks.
Archer versus Fatu.
Archer
Moose
versus Fatu.
Miro.
Archer would be good match against Fatu. The Elite versus dude. Honestly, listen, guys, listen. Wrestle Kingdom is 3 days this coming January. 3 days long. 3 days, 3 hour, 3+ hours every day. That's 9+ hours. That's 9+ hours of wrestling. There's got to be some crossover in that. There's no way that they could put on enough matches to cover that. There's got to be crossover going on in that. And we've got and right before this, we've got Best of the Super Juniors, the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, and the World Tag League tournament all going on at the same time. Now, imagine, since they won the AAA titles, imagine if FTR show up for the friggin' World Tag League. I will lose my shit if that happens.
See, Suit agree with me. FTR versus GOD.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. No, that's been one of my dream matches from day one. I want to see FTR versus the Guerrillas of Destiny. Jericho. I can't remember if he's fought him or not. I think they may have met in a G1 at some point. That'd be a good match, though. Hammerstone versus my boy. Against God dang it. I'm pulling a blank on his name now. I've actually been following him ever since he showed up in Strong. The issue I have in the Bucks is they really don't tag. They're always in the ring together. That's another thing that I think people want to see is you're speaking my language, dude. Friggin' dude, I'll take a she. Dude, Tomohiro Ishii is well. I actually ordered, those banners that they have in New Japan? They look like big giant scarves almost. Those cloth banners. I ordered an Ishii one, the Stone Pitbull one. I ordered one. I don't know how long it's going to take to get here because it's coming from Japan. But dude, I love Tomohiro Ishii is one of my favorite guys to watch. That guy, I haven't seen that guy in a bad match ever.
There's an Ospreay mention there. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Ospreay just wrestled 2 shows in Strong. It's only a matter of time before Ospreay shows up in AEW. I'm telling you that right now. Jericho himself said it. Danny Limelight. Thank you, Courtney. Yeah. Limelight versus, that would be a good match. Hammerstone versus Danny Limelight. That'd be a good match because Limelight would have the speed on him, and I think he has the submissions on him. Bucks matches might as well be 4 ways. Yeah, and that's something I think that I'm hoping that they tone down a little bit. Danielson or Punk versus Ospreay. Dude, Danielson versus Ospreay would be fan-freaking-tastic. And look at this. Look at all these things that are coming out. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why I say it has never been a better time to be a wrestling fan. We have so much crossover now. Omega and Cole versus Jay White and Chris Bay. Yes, that's another great one. FDR. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Dude, my dream would be to have FTR, the Lucha Brothers, the Briscoes, and the Von Erichs all show up for World Tag League. Dude, can you imagine that if that happened? The wrestling world would explode. They would literally blow their shit. Ospreay versus Pac would be awesome too. Yes. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how awesome is it that we can sit here and we can jock rock all these possibilities and with the realization that it's possible, that it could happen. This is why I think AEW has changed the game.
And it could never happen with WWE.
No. Vince will never acknowledge another company the way that AEW or Ring of Honor or Impact or New Japan or AAA would ever do. Briscoes versus Santana and Ortiz. That's the thing. One of the things that I was so excited about AEW because I'm a tag team wrestling guy. I'm a big tag team wrestling guy. And I really, really I love the fact that they are elevating tag team wrestling. So because to me, it says we could possibly get this, man. Like we could get a World Tag League that would set the world on fire, and that's what's exciting about this. And that's what I'm hoping WWE begins to realize and then realize that they've got to change. They're so static now. They can't like, they're not going to go out of business. They're never going to go out of business. They're too popular. They've got too many deals and everything like that. But they're just, it's like what Mick Foley said. They are no longer the desired destination. And that's a big deal.
They'll be sold off before they go out of business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like I said, and that's always been Vince's thing. He wants to be a media mogul. He doesn't want to be a wrestling guy. Malachi Black versus Pac. Yeah, dude, and here's the thing, Fig. We're going to get those matches. All these guys that are in AEW, you're going to get those matches eventually. And that's why Tony Khan said, he's like, they're talking like he's putting all these dream matches out there and he's burning through. He's like, you don't understand. I have a roster. I could put dream matches together every week and not run out for years. So, Fish versus Danielson. We got that, man. That was on Dynamite. It was fantastic. Yeah. It was awesome. Malachi, dude, the other thing too, Andrade versus Leo Rush. That could be cool. Leo Rush is a talented guy. Guys like Rush, guys like Jungle Boy, guys like Darby Allin. That's why I want AEW to introduce a junior heavyweight title. Because you look at the way that New Japan treats the junior heavyweight title, man, that belt is almost as important. It's almost on the same level as the heavyweight title. So much so that every year in New Japan, after Wrestle Kingdom, it's traditional for them to have a match between the heavyweight champion and the junior heavyweight champion. You know, and if you want to watch an amazing match, watch Ospreay versus Kazuchika Okada. That was insane. Yeah, Rush has been very. This is the reason why I like Leo Rush. Leo Rush has been very open about his mental health issues, and he's that's been the impetus behind most of his retirement issues. But LA Park versus Mox, no holds barred. Dude, by the time they got done, LA Park's like, this is gonna be. Dude, did you watch that match between Moxley versus Nick Gage? Dude, it looked like somebody took a cheese grater to Moxley's back. Oh my God, man! Punk versus Kenta. Hey, Fig, you want to watch a really good Kenta match? Day before yesterday's G1, Kota Ibushi versus Kenta. It's a fantastic match. But yeah, that's one of the reasons. But I think Leo Rush has got himself right. I think he's going to be okay. Rush versus Del Rio. What? Alberto Del Rio? Isn't he in prison?
No, he's not. No, he's not in prison, but he had some kind of court case for domestic violence or something, I think.
Yeah, Courtney, I will take Murder Grandpa versus anybody. I'll take Murder Grandpa versus Doink the Clown. He'll somehow make it good. I want a tag title for the ladies. I don't think the ladies are ready for a tag title. I think they've got some work to do. But at some point, yeah. I mean, we saw the Knockouts tag. I mean, in Impact's women's tag division is actually pretty decent. Well, it was until they broke up Kira Hogan and what's her name.
Yeah, I think the only way you make that any kind of legitimate thing with the women's is if you involve Impact and other promotions in that, like the AAA belt.
Yeah.
It can't be just an AEW thing. It's got to be something that's. I mean, it can be an AEW belt, but it's got to be something like with Christian having the Impact title. It's got to be something that other companies could possibly win it.
That's an inter company title, like an international championship. That'd be interesting. Punk versus Kenta, yeah, that'd be good. Kenta versus Ibushi. Kenta versus Ibushi was amazing. But I want a trios title put on my boys, the Gun Club. We'll get a trio. We'll get a 6-man tag championship before we get a women's tag championship. When is Ibushi coming to AEW? it's got to happen at some point, man, because we got to have that final confrontation between Kenny and Ibushi. We have to. And I know a lot of people say that they want. We talking about no selling and stuff like that. I know a lot of people say that they want Hangman to kick out of the One Wing Angel. I don't want him to. I think it needs to be Ibushi and only Ibushi, because the One Wing Angel has been probably the most protected finisher in wrestling in like the last decade. So Leg Kick said, I met Kenta, nice guy. It was before he went on Ring of Honor. Cool. Page screwed Del Rio on the NDA. It gets weird. Yeah. Nick Gage versus Eddie Kingston. Jeez. It was still jock rocking it, man. Like Matt Cardona versus Christian. That'd be a cool match. He is with Puerto Rico or Triple Del Rio. Is he really?
Yeah, he's back.
Wow. I didn't realize that. But all right, guys. We got completely off track, but that's cool. This is the kind of stuff I like, guys. And dude, we gotta do a pay-per-view. I don't want to do Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, no. I can't because I'm working on Thursday.
Okay. When is Full Gear?
Beginning of November, isn't it?
Full Gear, November 13th. Saturday, November 13th. Well, my schedule changed, so I work nights instead of days on the weekend now.
Right.
So let's do Full Gear.
Okay.
Yeah, and what we're gonna do, guys, this is something that we did when we used to do it when Boogie and the guys were all part of the crew, and I want to bring this back because I want to reconnect with all of you guys. We're gonna open up at some point during the pay-per-view. We're gonna open up the stream to you guys, let you guys come on, and let you guys hang out with us and tell us what you think. Now, you guys sit here, you come here every week, and you listen to us, regurgitate all for an hour and a half. I want to reconnect with you guys and talk with you guys about this stuff. So let's put a pin on that. Full Gear.
Yes, we want to be all elite, baby.
Yep. Yeah, and we want to, and we just want to reconnect with you guys, and hopefully we can get like maybe Justin and Marcus to get in on this with us. I don't know how they watch their pay-per-views and everything, but I think that'd be cool. And by the way, guys, check out The Bird and the Villain. Good guys. They have an awesome show. Actually, I think they might be, I don't know if they're going tonight or not, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys. But it's just we love being wrestling fans. We do this show because we're wrestling fans, and we want to reconnect with you guys because you guys are wrestling fans. But that's gonna be it for us tonight, guys. I got all the people. The punch is most protected. Jeez, dude.
Come on, the most protected move was the Hogan leg drop. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I said in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I know you said last 10 years.
Do you watch Memphis Wrestling? I haven't found a place where I can catch it. If I do want to check it out. Also, guys, I don't know if any of you are watching this, but that show Heels with Stephen Amell. I caught the first 3 episodes of that. That was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty cool. So let me know if you guys. Yeah. By the way, guys, once this video posts, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know what matches you're interested in, what you guys have been watching, and let me know if you guys are have been watching that show Heels and what you think, because I thought it was cool.
And who do you think, Doudrop or Vega for the women's, and Baylor or Xavier Woods for the men?
Honestly, the person who needs it the most is Xavier Woods. Even though I feel like I wish that they would put some stakes on King of the Ring. Like we talked about it, like they could do like
number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
Number 30 in the Royal Rumble. Just put some stakes to it. Put something to it. But I'm hoping it's going to be Xavier Woods. It'll probably be Balor. And then for the Queens, I don't give a shit.
I'm going to go Vega for the.
I like Zelina Vega. I feel bad that she got crapped on, but the way that they booked everything, there's no fire or anything into it. So
I can't see, no offense, but I can't see the female Otis winning. That's what Doudrop feels like to me.
Yeah,
feels like a comedy show.
They destroyed her. Bringing her in. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week. See you then.
Yeah.
Bye.